friend. It's all their fault. The Phoenix Breath Jade I've just received ended up in their bellies before it could even get warm in my hands. If you bring it back to me, I'll give you half.
The ancestor Liu Ling wrote the book Legends of the
better
Drunken
then.
Master.
Take this jade shard.
Every time I read
you
it,
should be able
I
to
smell
use
the
it to
bouquet of
lure
the
out
wine.
those gelatinous beasts.
Then I'll wait for your sword technique to improve, for you to develop a finer taste for
Major
wine.
has appeared, and XiaoChun has vanished at the same time. That can't be a coincidence.
What can I say? Mine's nothing special. Someone told me they expect more from you than the leader of the 10 great berserkers.
Message. Someone has entered the temple.
You can find a copy of Legends of the Drunken Master on top of the jug over there. Feel free.
So the Grand Master has left for the temple immediately to see what's happening. If you consider that the disaster in XiaoChun's village happened at almost the same time. Yes. I fear there is connection between these two events. You witnessed the attack.
Not bad. Since you wish to take part in the sword oath of the berserkers, there's one thing you must know. 900 years ago, the ancestors of the berserkers moved to the valley by choice in remembrance of venerable Xinyo.
Makes sense.
To serve his teacher, Lan.
The attack on XiaoChun's village and the breaking into the Temple of Wisdom here are just a diversion.
Before, but I don't know how to use them against crystal tigers.
You still don't get it? The enemy's true objective is the unnamed sword from Yue Palace.
2 pieces of the Phoenix Breath Jade are yours. Oh, and if you ever need your weapons polishing and restoring,
If he really is
just come to
involved,
me.
then the Moist Magistrate will punish him for it.
Let me ask you, has your connection with the Blade Heart weakened again following this
Click on the interface with the left mouse button to show the information on this
doesn't
quest.
change the fact that Hao Tsang is at Yue Palace
This
right
method
now.
can only heal the symptoms.
Go there and find out the truth
If you wish
yourself.
to find a remedy for the cause, you will need to go to the
Yes.
Heavenly Ridge yourself.
If you could help us to put
and
out
ask
this
the
big
Diwan
fire while we're
sacrifice
heading over
formation
there,
to be
we will
performed.
be very grateful. Use this rain room
Well,
to do
this
so.
formation is
Let them send a short rain showers to smother the flames.
It is said that a single yin is not born and a single...
Take the chi in order to retain the yin. I'll be with you quickly.
They don't understand what you're saying. Don't waste your breath. I have everything you need. The remaining Crimson Cloudstones used for soul control are a speciality of Wusai Village on the Heavenly Ridge. You can find them yourself when you're there. If you're having any difficulties, ask the young summoner, Feng Ming. Well then, let's cast a spell to gather the negative chi in the depths of...
By the way, you said a number of Wuchao nocturnal spirits recently appeared in Wusai Village. They look strange and emit negative chi. If you encounter them,
free your spirit from negative chi.
It almost collapsed and is too weak.
But don't worry, there's another way. You return to your school and go to the place of designation. There you can borrow the relics of the previous Swordmaster. As long as the Blade Heart fragment is still alive.
The sacred valley where Cloud Rise is located is enormous. The whole of Shenzhou would fit inside it. To facilitate communication between the various schools of the Qin League, they built bases near Cloud Rise. They are constantly guarded. New students can return to their respective schools from the plateau of torrential fog.
Don't go inside. Lieutenant Yue said that he wanted to clear up this matter with Hao Tsang alone. Oh no, maybe Tian Xing is no match for him. Okay, go and help Tian Xing. But getting inside the palace isn't going to be easy. Perhaps you'll have to fight your way through demons blocking your way. Good luck!
Lieutenant Yue and the Huaishuang sword are hiding in the treasury on the upper floor of the Yue Palace. Hao Tsang has just gone there too. When we saw Hao Tsang's strange look, we wanted to stop him, but he was too...
Interface with the left mouse button to show the information on this quest.
浩苍，快住手啊！
天津 ，you are right。
没事，但浩苍他很不对劲。
Stop playing. Get the sword.
我家的无名之剑，
上司命
你别碰它。
他正在五彩村里和几个夜望使者说话。
No, you definitely won't be disturbing them. But don't be scared. You see nocturnal spirits. If someone annoys them.
When I was 15, my father gave me the unnamed sword and admonished me to keep it safe. If he knew I had lost the sword, he would wring my neck. No. I'll have to fetch Hao Tsang back.
You're injured.
I'm still alive, and that's enough.
I'm coming with you.
We'll leave the remaining devastators in the temple to you.
I may be...
You're here. I haven't seen you for days. You've changed so much that you remind me of the former Moon Sword Master Yin Fei Guang.
何兆儿4年南疆，流多而穷，倒让我想起50多年
If
前
he's
的
prudent, then I'm as steadfast as Tai Mountain. Yin Fei Guang is a witty man. He enjoys making friends and going traveling. But at the critical moment, he was
why did you come here? Where is Chen Qing?
The holy tree of Shen Nong. Could it withstand the blow of the divine sword of Fu Shi?
Duck, quick!
If you do that, I haven't come to the wrong person. Master Kung Wu is already here.
Daddy!
You're a student.
Brother Hao Tsang!
So let's
You!
follow the instructions.
乌罩灭国之战，这部电影早有。
I've severely damaged the lunar crown tree. Father's mission was already completed. Those people are all headed straight into their own graves. We could also do that later.
Stay calm. We will repair the barrier of the lunar crown tree together.
When I first heard about it, but after the mentor had asked her about the details, there was no. What? Do you somehow doubt the Grand Summoner of the Heavenly
Ridge? When you're holding it in your
Ridge?
hand, it's also time to surrender yourself over to the lunar mirror of distant dreams.
Don't be so
Of course it sounds
nervous.
familiar.
Diligence is
Before
also a
enlightenment,
good thing.
the goddess
I
Xiaoqchun
knew
took
about
the
Hal
heart
Sang's
of
Now
machinations.
entering vehicle mode.
I've
You
never
have a
seen
quite
anything
special
like the
vehicle
demon
skills.
sword before.
Take the prompt and press Q to attack the
If
target.
you're really
Drag the
curious,
mouse to adjust the
there are
camera.
lots of nocturnal spirits in Wusai Village.
There's only one
You can
lunar
ask
mirror
them.
of distant dreams in the whole world, and it's kept in intoxicating dreams. My master is actually quite stingy, so how could he?
Pardon?
My master likes to save his money. Why did he get what you're holding in your hand right now is just...
And the head Zhao used to be close.
Yes. That's exactly what I mean.
If you two keep bickering, I'll make you guard the fire pit for a month. You now have the lunar mirror of distant dreams. If you're
lunar
lucky,
crown
you'll
tree
be
has
able to
been
use pets
damaged.
to connect to it
The
and
Valley of
visit
100
unexplored
Grasses
places.
is facing the
And
greatest
you can
crisis
use
in
it
its
to
history.
work out the future from the
I don't
present.
know if the Grand Master will be able to find a solution for it.
Warning, and no one more than the
I'll
commander
cast the spell
himself.
for you this
He
time.
was accused
It'll
of
be
having
helpful if
conspired
you can
with the
awaken your
Hujao.
Then it means
blade
the
heart.
end. Hey, inform the Grand Master about the location of Lieutenant Yue and place these automata in the Lunar Crown Pond to cleanse the water of the Devastator's negative
said
chi.
that the king's chosen successor was incompetent. He even said that the
The
great
Yue
god
Palace
of
was
death
so heavily
once
damaged
confided
that
in a
Xiun Xing
dream
and the
that he
others
could
would be
take
shocked if
the
they came back
successor's
now.
place.
I'll take care of the repairs.
If you look at it that way, the general really is rebelling. There's no point denying it.
I won't hide it from you. My wine contains the tears of the fish
All
people.
who were struck by
They're a
it
tip
are
of
dead.
Dukhang's descendants.
A wound caused
Grapes
by a
picked
demon
by the
sword
princess
is
of the
very
western
difficult to
regions in
treat. And it's also possible that
sweet
the
spring
person
water,
who's been injured
brewed slowly
will
in the
fall.
cellar and distilled 3 times.
As far as I know,
Captured a floating
only
head and
medicinal
confronted it
herbs
every
containing
day.
a lot of malignant
The
chi
cold wind
have been
blows
helped.
during the...
They suppress the negative chi in the body for
Moist Grandmaster, what have I, Ying Mo Feng, done to deserve that title?
There's a real resonance. This method seems to work.
Buds bloom.
When the 3 swords were sleeping in the Qiandun Stonehouse, I used my soul force from the blade heart to set up a dream called Intoxicating Dreams.
She got
Only
infected by the
those
blight
chosen
beast
by the blade
while she was
hearts of the
healing
3
wounded.
swords can use the
Is now
soul
fighting
force of the
for her
fragment
life.
to sense the blade
I've already
hearts
done
and
everything
connect
within
with
my
them.
power.
This way, their spiritual consciousness can even enter Intoxicating Dreams.
Singer and Hao Sang
It
had
is
their
home to
wedding.
many blade heart
Flowers were
fragments,
blooming
and also the
thriving,
treasures
so
and rare
magnificent.
talents I have discovered over the years. If you're lucky, you'll encounter Intoxicating Dreams.
The main section of the lunar mirror of distant dreams is here. At least if you wish to use it in the future, you can connect to it by moving your heart.
Father.
How do you feel? My master and I weren't lying to you, were we? This crimson cloud stone that Venerable Kunwudzi mentioned.
Still not
I know
returned.
it. Here we go. Yes, look, the chain on my arm is made from it. That's what everybody says. There are some outside
Please
Wusai
go
village.
to the Lunar Crown Pond and collect a handful of
Stones
lunar
have
lotus
no
seeds for
wisdom.
me.
Can you help me stabilize the blade
An old
heart?
recipe for a strong
Promise
medicine.
you have to trust us.
I've never actually tried it before, but
You? But you
I don't
can't
have a
even drink
choice.
more than 2 swigs of wine, you little...
My master and the Grand Warlock will be in the Hall of Silence at the moment. Using the power of the Dark Source, they will create a deep sacrifice formation, which will help you to stabilize.
You may well know a few moves with a sword, but you're lacking vitality. Great technique and full vitality are indispensable for those who wield the sword. One may only reach the highest level of
伊拉瓦拉西，
swordplay if the two
以前是
perfectly
多爽快的一个人
complement each other.，
怎么一到武天陵就变得瞻前顾后、畏首畏尾？
Someone else who's
It
much
isn't
more
like other
qualified than I am
places
will
here.
instruct you later
Here-
on. You
你
definitely
多
passed
撕一
basic
颗
training. That
族
much
人们
is
便
fine.
多受一刻痛苦。
I saw what you did during
依
the
我
incident in
看
the Valley of 100 Grasses.
Supreme General Ilowalashi will make the decision in this matter. Despite your great service, you are not yet king of Wuzhou.
The Valley of 100 Grasses is no longer up to this situation. It looks like it's
Although I don't play an important role, I know how to be... That's enough. I have arranged with the young summoner that no one should act precipitously before Spiritopolis.
Thank you for bringing us this warning so swiftly. Come with us to Cloud
The
Rise.
Supreme General is so impulsive. It would be bad if something happened. Arong. Yes.
It's called sacrificing your life.
Elder
You're still preserving yours.
You just said that Qing
This lunar crown tree business is serious.
Come on,
First
let's
to the
drink.
Cloud Rise.
Just one
Leave
more cup.
Everything else to me. I'll do whatever is within my power.
I'll do my best and obey destiny.
It's quite windy up here. Hold on tight.
You're drunk. Look at what you're doing there. You learn fast, and you're worthy of my 3 jugs of wine. The way you just activated your vitality, make sure you don't forget it. It will be better. The 3 heroes all have their own strengths in martial arts, and the 10 great berserkers are the 10 best berserker students. The students hold Huaishuang Swordbearer Bai Qian and me in high regard, and we number among the 3 heroes. Shang Feiyue, the 3rd hero, is also known as the Swallow. You will have also seen him at the battle. But I've prattled on for long enough. It's late. Go see Bai Qian and Shang Feiyue to get some pointers on your sword technique and movement. Quickly now.
I'm looking for Xia.
And by the way,
I'm looking for our great
you can also go
sorceress
see
Xia.
Jin, the leader of the 10 great berserkers, and borrow a copy of the book Legends
It's not
of
our
the
intent
Drunken
to insult
Master.
Heavenly Ridge. In the royal battle, Xia not only lost her many relatives, but her soul of harmony and soul of virtue also suffered damage. It only takes a little excitement towards the cemetery, apparently.
打起精神来，虽然百草谷遭逢大难，却也没有到山穷水尽的时候。当年，清雅祖师斩杀了误入歧途的老友后，豪饮数10坛美酒，这才悟出了坛甲酒问中只愈悲愈强、愈痛愈刚的一路剑法。我辈弟子若是一味沉湎于哀愁自缢，那祖师的一番心血不就白费了吗？
Brother, what should we do if the Heavenly Ridge finds out we have secretly inhaled malignant qi? I'm afraid that not even the...
干脆一不做。要是天心有你1/10的剑法天赋，只怕无名之剑。江湖路远，我日后也不能时时在你身边指点。不过斩锋时刻中的2位眼下正在外面游历。 你若有修行上的疑难，尽管请教他们。一个叫裘玉衡，因为身法尤其飘逸，得了个流仙客的绰号。但因不喜拘束，向来不在一处久居。迄今已有另一个叫许青兰，修为深厚，见识绵延，灵力宛如江流不绝，还曾蒙紫都仙子亲授神农自语之法。 他性子温和，细腻入微，你若遇见，可多跟他讨教几句。行，我也不耽误你的时间了，你这就回去向楚狂客复命吧。
You don't need to rush. Come and tell me who, since the Valley Master of the Valley of 100 Grasses has invited you, please proceed.
If you were here. Such a shame.
Oh, I almost forgot this is your first time here.
Are you
Very
worried
well.
about
Since
me?
the era of Goddess Lanyao, the gateway in front of you is Yingshen Gate. It might look normal, but unfortunately Lanyao has cast a special enchantment item for its life. After Yingshen Gate, you got the Lotus Terrace.
Now more than ever.
There's a white lotus on the terrace that is fragrant, clear, calming, and our dear Cloud Rise's treasure.
On the other side of the Lotus Terrace is the XiaoChun Palace. The name is our homage to the goddess. It's the most important place in Cloudrise. Every elder will go there to discuss important matters.
Grandmaster Qinyang. That's why the traditional berserker
You guessed
sword
correctly.
techniques are so
It's there
diverse
too,
in
of
nature
course.
to this day.
Lucky
After the
my mother doesn't have a
Grandmaster's death,
temper like that.
the most formidable students were able to eliminate problems themselves, though standardizing all the different sword techniques was difficult.
Take the talisman to awaken the stone
Liang
sprite
gave him
and
a
help him to
groundbreaking piece of
eliminate the
advice.
nocturnal spirits.
This led to the creation of a unique direction.
斩锋剑术讲究至强至快，随性而发，其中真意不知你已领悟几成。若是准备完毕，便来展示给我看吧。
Do not underestimate the chaotic nocturnal spirits. If we return to Wusai village and report the situation to the young summoner and Yilong, we'll be able to solve all the problems.
Unfortunately, I can't come. I'm in a secret realm. So
Kind of you, Shenren. The Taiwan instance is very important, of course. You pay great...
Indeed. The lunar property may not be ignored. I've already heard about the business with Churchin's village from the Grand Summoner.
I never would have thought the Black Beast is so poisonous that even the divine tree of Shannon would not be able...
The great epiphany of swordsmanship which the
冠岳墓
berserkers
如何？
strive for
虽有众弟子齐心施为，但冠岳墓暂时失去了灵石，稍后便会和紫都前辈一道商议应当如何救治。太华山与百草谷相距千里，却相继遭遇魅家率领的荒人袭击，显然并非巧合所能解释。
南训真人，太华秘境眼下状况如何？
暂时无碍，但10年加固之期将至，师尊仍然仙宗杳然。如今诸事纷繁，千头万绪，魅家倒还罢了，那些身缠邪气的荒人，却实是令人意外。
真人说的极是，当务之急便是找到那些荒人的源头。
巨子，
岳校尉，你怎么来了？
Everything is complicated today. Not just Meijia, but the Devastators.
天行，
大义小情，我还分得清楚。再说他拿走的是我家的无名之剑，难道在巨子您的心中，我会徇情私纵？您就放心吧，我一定将浩仓那家伙抓回来。都是因为他，叫青儿现在都时时悬心。
The unnamed sword is a treasure which has been passed down through our family for generations. It was forged by combining the divine sword Morning Glory and the ancient sword Shadowban, and can break through any magical structure. Indeed.
Shh, quiet. When the Master left us, she left behind countless texts. They have been accumulated and arranged by scholars over the last 900 years. Now there are as many ancient scriptures in the Langhuan Pavilion
is an
as
important
there are
resource for
stars in the
berserkers
sky.
when using their abilities.
It's
Consume
not
edge
easy
and
finding
perform
records of the
solar
Devastators
to
and
deal more
negative
damage.
chi in such a short time. Go to the Langhuan Pavilion and ask the scholar trying to affirm for clues.
Strike is an important resource when using the core move Cloud Ripper. Cast Wind Cleaver when hitting the target to recharge Strike.
Is this how you nocturnal spirits want to show your reverence to the heavenly ridge? Don't worry, young summoner. I'll have Xia summoned right away.
Hold down the button to charge Cloud Ripper. If charging is performed longer, the number of charges can increase and Strike can be consumed.
Second shelf on the left, third compartment, volume number 5.
Hold down the button to charge Cloud Ripper. If charging is performed longer, the number of charges can increase and Strike can be consumed. The charge level and Strike can increase the strength and range of skills.
A good for nothing. Of course no one's dealing with him.
Sissy!
It seems you're familiar with his power. Someone asked me.
I'm little plague goddess.
我再
And the
无用
black，beast on top
也
of
不会
that.
接受仇敌所赐。
You will.
The Grand Master and the Grand Summoner have already set off into the underworld themselves to find a cure for the lunar crown tree. And Lieutenant Yue, he said he wanted to capture Han Sang, and then a moment later, he vanished. That doesn't sound good. The Blade Heart has been damaged for years, and we're right in the middle of a major war. Its soul force is unstable, and I fear that if we don't stabilize it in time, it will disappear completely. Luckily, you're already here in Cloudrise. That shouldn't be too difficult. This panda next to me, excuse me, I mean Master Kunwuzi, he's a master swordsmith and knows the three swords very well. He must be able to help you avert this disaster.
Feng Ming has already told me everything since Kunwuzi entrusted this to me personally. The Grand Warlock and I will help, of course.
Ah, there you
the
are.
Bladeheart fragment
I've
has
been
been
awaiting you
weakened
for quite some
many
time.
years, and it
Back
still
when we said our
hasn't been able
goodbyes,
to bind
I
itself
would
to
never
your
have
spirit
thought you'd
completely.
become the hero of the
Its
Valley
soul
of 100
force is
Grasses
almost
the next time I saw
exhausted.
you.
Just a little thing.
Go to the source.
I would have liked to
Use
chat
your
more,
sword.
but the madman from Chu sent you to me because of a serious matter. Come, I have prepared everything for you.
Oh, all right. Then with Chenren Suyun's
It looks unremarkable, but its origins are special. I asked Lieutenant Yu Chen-Shing to produce mechanisms for us which are required for teaching. If you can stay inside for 5 minutes and then make it out successfully, you pass the test. We, the Berserkers, live by wine and by the sword. The people may judge whether our sword techniques are good or not, but when it comes to drinking, no one can match us. The madman from Chu thinks I'm still young. So...
How are you? You were contaminated with so much negative chi in the Valley of 100 Grasses. You should count yourself lucky that it doesn't scatter immediately. And you still expect it to romp around happily?
Of course the Master can help him. It's just that this spell to get rid of him...
Grand Summoner! Someone is attacking secretly!
索性几种体样在步云中就有收藏，你直接回药店店找唐开药人便是，省得你东奔西跑了。
你们不是他的对手，退下。
Cloudrise has existed for over 900 years already. You will never find rarities more easily than here. You're asking for 3 things at once. I'm afraid that Skinflint and Yan Fei won't be too pleased. The Earth Emperor's sacrifice formation was just
I'll write him a letter
unexpectedly.
and explain everything in detail. Take the letter to the warehouse
notice
and
Xiao's
hand it to
sword?
Yan Fei. Whether or not he helps you is entirely down to your luck.
That's just a minor matter. Don't be nervous. Although Xia has now been forced back, her clan on the Mountain of Transience is still very active. The Grand Warlock and I must dispatch people quickly to resolve the problem now. Please, excuse me. All right. Go to Urjin.
That bloody Tong Khan always keeps getting me into trouble. He knows that I hold them in great esteem. If the sword Bladeheart is in trouble, how could I stand by and do nothing? But these 3 things you're asking for are no ordinary things. That really makes me... Ah, to hell with it. Who else would use them anyway? But I'm only loaning them to you. You must promise to bring them back if at all possible.
You're back already.
I'll remind you of that if
Not
necessary.
bad. You see,
Okay,
the madman
start by
from
taking
Chu
the red
tested my
flame
movement
stone.
technique back in the
You get
day.
Phoenix scale
He
powder
praised me for
and the
these
Phoenix
days. I
red chain
think.
from the weaponsmith
What's
Ching
the
Hui.
point of it all?
Ask
No
her
matter how
you
fast I move, I could never catch up to the deceased. Here, take the green mountain jug. When we berserker students are out and about, we use it to exchange news. I'll teach you.